About the schedule in America, they play number 1 by Bama and number 2 Auburn.
The opening tip, the Crimson Tide coming in 15-7. The Auburn Tigers at 14-8, and look for plenty to do it.
Right on schedule. The first possession, great offense for Nate Oates.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Lightsell made 7 to look. I think the key player when I look at Auburn has the ball right there. If he has a big day, they have a great chance to win here.
On the defender, shot clock down to 10 for Alabama. Lightsell looking to penetrate, a leaner, and it rolls off the 10. Sean Hall is averaging 21-7. Both of these teams can soar, as Dick pointed out, wriggling inside.
Dandy.
6'8" freshman out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We know which football team he roots for. Overton couldn't run in strong. Rebound picked off by Keyshawn Murphy, who's 6'10". Pettiford got a good look. Belaga tied up and throws it away. Picked off by Williams Adams, and he goes high for the sun as well from Houston, Texas. Golan trying to get inside. Short jumper won't fall. And the Langers lost it. Picked up by Holloway. Holloway, the former Auburn Tiger, gives it up for Sherrill. Pettiford trying to take the baseline. And now that one way or the other, depending on who you talk to, Golan, 6'4" sophomore, with a one-hander to knock.
I jumped in and said, we don't need guys that sign with NBA teams in our league.
It was a court where there's the NCAA that deemed earlier this season that Charles Bediako, and with the 5th turnover already in the first 5 minutes of this game.
Swung up top for Overton to let fly. Got it. Golan trying to answer and does from way downtown.
Boy, they can answer with the
ball was about to take over that double team.
Overton again. Trying to get on a heater early. Golan, probably one of the more underrated players in the country at 20. Holloway making 44% beyond the three-point line. Will drive it instead. About a quick shot. The one-hander, no. Freeman with the rebound. And another whistle.
9 championships combined over the last several years.
Now, number 1 and number 2 a year ago. A little fall away won't go.
Post again against in his inaugural season at Auburn.
That's not bad. You know
Freeman.
this?
I'm
I'm telling you, he silenced this crowd. Unbelievable, Sears. He's not playing in G League. Because I guarantee he's watching and he's scrutinizing the whole action. He's in TV trying to steal money and conference play from the 3. He's too talented for that.
He is
too good.
But when you consider the fact that he was probably the 5th or 6th.
Alabama, the number 1 toughest schedule in the country. Auburn, number 2 coming into this one. Well, that's a tough draw.
They faced with that team, but how they continue to get better as the season went along.
Freeman with a pull-up jumper, knocks it down.
Have you ever, in your coaching days,
Murphy busting through the defense, slams it down after the turnover. Hot. As Auburn opens it up to an 8-point advantage. He'll drive it, and against tough D.
In the NBA draft, Phylon's a very lethal offensive player.
Yeah, that's
6'7" senior.
He's been quiet. Been really quiet.
Freeman lost one up there. Got a good look and a whistle.
We do know the round mound and rebound played here. We know how physical he was.
Yep.
He probably is saying he didn't get as many calls.
Back shot up and in. Holloway penetrates and lays it up and in, just beat the defense.
And Holloway, I believe Bruce Pearl thinking was going to be a one and done, coming in and recruited. The next guy was
UNLV. He's been at UCF, where he led the big Ellis Boozer should be the National Player of the Year, and DeMonte would be my choice as the first player taken, followed by Peter.
And a big slam by Bediako moments ago.
Ran a nice backdoor cut, really.
All barely nicking.
License to shoot the rock. You would have loved that, Corey.
Oh, I didn't even need the license, Dickie V. Returner from their Final Four team 2 seasons ago, he missed most of last year with injury.
Trying to get it downtown underneath here.
And trying not to allow Bediako to get position wins the battle on that possession.
What a
Turner's hold down. Overton on him. Pretty good battle between those two. Here's Allen lining up a three. Not there.
Offensive teams, but the teams that have gone on to the Final Four and been very successful have been able to do it defensively as well.
Well, again,
the first ranked win for Stephen Pearl as a head coach came against St. John's. You mentioned that common denominator, having that win, which would be a very quality win. And to give Auburn's defense a lot of credit, too, for being able to run them off of that three-point line, understanding that that's what Alabama's looking for.
Man.
A little bit Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a little hook shot.
All the way around the back, bumping, grinding, got it up there and hit it. He
throw on that baby, come on.
Jovic out of traffic, into the corner. Mashalik will drive it. Knocked away from him, and out. 3:45 to go here in the first half. Overton, again contact. You're good.
Right into the hands of what Stephen Pearl wanted from his team. He understands how important the three is for him last season. So they were teammates, and now two of the best freshmen, two of the best players in the country going up against each other.
Yeah, you're right. Not only Calipari's Razorbacks.
No, don't look now, but Auburn has bolstered their lead to 10. Alabama looking for an answer to go here at Auburn. Holloway.
They can't get up. They
can't jumper, and it'll be knocked down.
Communication and studying that unbelievable scouting report.
I've been fortunate to be able to sit in scouting report. He absolutely has their attention, and they are locked in.
Well, from the corner and buries a three.
Make shots. That makes this Alabama team difficult to beat.
Auburn looking for a quick strike on the other end. Murphy really working hard. The Texas A&M game with a leg injury. He got knocked around a little bit early in this game. Belong going up there with the pass. And Alabama with some nice momentum here down the stretch of the first half. Get another triple in the air, and it's Mobley again. So this one heating up in the last seconds of the first half.
Got to stroke the rock.
Milan with a drive, lost it, and he was hit on the play, draws the foul. No back. Chance for a heave here at the halftime horn. Got it up, and it makes 13 a game.
They also shot the last game. They took 40.
With a basket here in the second half. Very much a go-to guy for the Tigers at 21 a game. Holloway, the lead had gotten as high as 10 for the Tigers.
Using the three ball. They used the three ball at the end of the half really
Over to the draw foul here. And the
jump at every three-point attempt. So they worked on their closeouts and also making sure they found ways to run.
Allen will swing it. Holloway averaging 17 a game. Beats Hall on the drive and lays it in. He's quick.
Drive the rock, baby.
Dickie V, 43.8% from three. He's 13th nationally. When a guy shoots it that well from Alabama, neither of these guys practiced yesterday. They weren't able to do much. They're playing through injury.
And to shoot. Holloway over the top. Sherrill in the paint. Made a mistake of putting that to the deck. A loose ball. And Dickie V gets back to his coaching days and he says, you put it to the deck, you become 5'10". I love that. You know he was coaching that way.
To knock down the three.
Murphy handing off for Freeman. Freeman finds an opening. Swatted away. And
going to South Carolina on Super Bowl Sunday. Super matchup.
Slam as he rolls to the basket.
Hasn't shown record-wise yet, but you get a 7-1 player. There isn't a coach in the country who would not.
Coming back to Alabama became in play. So with other players being deemed eligible is when they started to research it.
I'll say this, you're right about that, except one thing. Bottom line is those players you're alluding to, they didn't sound too late.
Just 7 points in this one, but opens it back up to 6 points for the Tigers. Holloway, and that'll be knocked out of.
That's
really high quality in Alabama. Holloway leaves it off for Bediako off the hesitation, and he makes the shot. Jovic up top. Here's Pettiford, who just nailed a three moments ago. Keeping the dribble, he'll scoop it up and in. Allen, the freshman. Shot clock to 9.
46, St. Louis University fast-paced, averaging
Both been honored at my gala.
For the corners.
Both gave us good dollars.
Sharma.
And
Boom! Oh, my goodness. SLU is erupting here. Another Atlantic 10W. They're 11-0 in conference. 23-1. The 19th.
Push it.
Talent on a rebound by Jones, doesn't go. Oh, the steal by Durkat. Nice play there.
To fire.
That'll go.
Bury it.
Great play by Muller, man. That was a great defensive transition play. And a layup.
It's a defense.
Your question, Barton. Too much is falling down, but few, once again, in the paint, good hands.
Alabama now on top, 58-54. They have turned the tide here.
I think psychologically, he sees those numbers and it affects you mentally every time you shoot it.
Switching it up. And I love it when coaches do that in the second half, not to give the opposing coach a chance to match.
Zone, he's going to drill it.
Good to see Spills finally get one to go.
What passion this
Pocket
place.
pass.
You can feel
Big
it.
time finish.
I can feel it. Look at this.
It was. I'm not sure that
And
many people do,
helpers.
but NBA scouts
He's got the
absolutely
ball
know how
here to
good
start
he
the
is.
second
He
half.
will be a first-round pick
Yes,
this
sir.
year. To offset what he's been able to do with the 14 points.
Auburn trying to take the lead back. Way downtown. Knock home.
2% shooter. Or 3-point range. No way.
17 points for him. Allen, yes, a three. Look at that. This ball, great effort there. Nediako in traffic. Can't make the shot.
They can stroke the three, score up the drive.
Hall between the legs, fires it up there. In and out.
Yeah, because you know that feeling.
Because
see, I never drove like that.
But Sadiki B, the reason I say that is because Alabama's schedule. Look at this. Look what they've been able to play throughout this season.
You know, they're beating St. John.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. Thanks. You enjoying all the food they give you in that studio, having a blast. And I determined by what happens here this afternoon.
Not only lost, they lost their entire starting lineup from the final.
Look at
Block
the fact
shots.
that there are two freshmen on the floor right now for Alabama. You think about Jemison and I don't know.
They want that. These kids are so talented. They're not normal freshmen. What they play all summers.
All across, they're both very good foul shooting teams.
He's an 85% free throw shooter, Kid Hall.
Holloway drives it to the left hand, can't drop it in.
Agency in all the sports is college basketball. I mean, college basketball, you can go where you want to go.
Auburn crashing the glass. Auburn trying to retake the lead inside the last 8 minutes and a whistle swing.
I think it's a big possession right here. They're down 6 down. Big possession.
Petterford swings it up and a slam. Allen to drive the baseline. A reverse is up and in.
Just that draft status at 6'8" really can play the point guard position.
Murphy just had to slam a second ago and he drops it the line. He'll back it out. On the drive. What a tough angle. It spins out of the tape.
On the officials to make a call as he moves the basketball out of bounds. But they're saying there was contact.
In the NCAA tournament field. As Petterford goes to the line, he's 83%, and he'll have another one.
Basketball. So by challenging their teams in the non-conference and, of course, playing in the gauntlet that is the SEC.
There, 5 to shoot now for Alabama. Bilon outside the three, has to heave it up there. Basketball. Bilon up top. He'll pull up and pop. Can't drain it.
Quality shot. A turnover.
Our crucial slate.
Allen with a rainbow triple knocks it.
Points. 4 down now.
Alabama with the lead with 2:40 to go and a whistle.
Knocked down that over a big contest by Tahad Petterford.
So Hall to shoot 2.
Tell you one thing about Al.
Lifting, and that one swished in and a whistle on the plate.
The three and getting fouled, allowing them to get a little separation with the 6-point lead.
Hall gets airborne and takes another hit.
He had to stay in the game. But as Corey said, you know, you give up 2 threes like they give up, especially one off after a turnover.
Holloway, moments ago, a 4-point play, kind of stumbling into the lane, but he makes it anyway.
Unbelievable plays he's making. Unbelievable. What a drive that was, Corey.
Auburn just determined to make a shot. Murphy gets a look. Yes! 1 minute to play. Alabama leading by 3. Auburn with the ball. Hall again, seeking contact. Steer for Bama to win here. And a foul on Hall with 43.3 seconds to go.
His hands.
Coach does a terrific job. He really does.
Alabama in the second half. Holloway with another one coming. 81%. Makes the pair. Ejection. Alabama buckling down defensively. Foul on one, shoot it. They're going to run a little clock, and the foul to stop.
I don't believe a lot of kids know time and score. They just play. They just play. And you got players that
at those camps. And now on the run out, here comes Pettiford. Auburn in dire need of a basket. He delivers.
Turnovers. They have to make sure they get it inbounds.
Allen doubled up.
Hey, it's a big one right here.
73%. And makes number 1. Allen, 12 points in the second half. He's had a really fine second half when they needed him, and makes both. Pettiford on the drive and knocked away. They're going to count.
I was going to salute the guy with a great shot block, and I caught myself.
And Hall
Freeze in comparison to driving it.
Hey, just think, people, after this game, North Carolina and Duke, then think I'll be drinking cranberry juice, and then I violated by eating a lot of potato chips.
Pettiford with the drive.
6 times 100, they won every game.
Pettiford and out with a triple rebound.
That was
tapped
it.
out. Overton heaves it up there at the horn. It won't go.